Good morning and welcome back to Let's Play Total War Shogun 2. Currently, Tomomori and Ietoyo are attacking the province of Owari. Now, this is a fairly straightforward sort of a fight. As you can see, we have a fairly large force, the Bow Warrior monks and the Bow Levy foot Sam on the left flank, monks on the right backed up by large mounts Naginata Levy. And over in the trees here, we have the mounted Naginata. Let's just go and have a little look at these guys. As you can see, they've got fantastic combat stats. Now, problem is, we're assaulting a fixed position that's primarily defended by Naginatas, and so that's not really particularly conducive to the use of cavalry. So we won't see too much action out of the mounted Naginata in this particular fight. They'll simply be reduced to chasing off the stragglers. Now, as you can see, this particular map is very, very forgiving on the attacker. There's really not a whole lot of benefits to the defender here. There's a slight hill, but not too much in the way of hillage. And you can attack from basically any angle you want. They're all quite gentle. They do have these minor divots, but really there's not too much to recommend this as a defensive fortification. So right now, just moving the entire force up, I'm going to basically play this a little bit defensive. I want to try to take as few casualties as possible while doing this. This should be fairly routine, especially considering the disaster that was the last attack. So I'm paying a little bit more attention to what I'm doing this time, taking a little bit less for granted. Now, as you can see, the front's far too long on this side, so I'll need to bring troops around from this side and basically just try to pincer them in. The Bow Levy are probably going to do... Well, they've got a particularly bad angle, these guys, so I'm not expecting them to do too much. Bow Warrior monks are probably going to do most of the heavy lifting and maybe get some of the foot Sam in on the action. Now, because of this, I'm going for a slightly more cinematic approach. I've enabled the Blood Pack DLC, so we should be able to see some rather ridiculous samurai film-inspired blood splatter, which is always good for a laugh. Now, I'm also going to show off first-person cam with respect to the foot Sam, since they tend to hit their targets, so there's some nice stuff. We're just moving up into range and getting ready to begin the attack. These guys at 35 are our nice rank 5 veterans, so we should see good things out of them. And as you can see, with a reload skill of 70 and an accuracy of 80, not to mention 18 melee attack and 13 melee defense, it's really no challenge. These levy, the opposition levy have 20 reload skill and 15 accuracy, so there really isn't too much there. I'm just playing it safe and moving up my defensive units, just in case they do decide to rush me like they did last time. I want to make sure I've got plenty of support available. So the bow monks are now sitting just out of range, and everyone else moves up, ready to begin the fight. Now we've popped increased range, so we're firing at will. And let's see if this works. Incoming arrows. Oh, they're getting hits. Lots of hits. A few men dying. As you can see, it's a fair bit of blood there. It's a little bit cartoony. Oh, he's gone. But we're just skirmishing to eliminate them. Well, they're down to 73 of 90. I'm not entirely sure this is skirmishing so much as slaughtering them. We've lost 3 monks so far. They've lost 25 bow levies, so it's probably a fair sort of trade, really. There's a lot of arrows in the ground here. And a few of these guys are just catching stray arrows. Ooh, he doesn't look like he's having too much fun. But the objective at this point is just to run these guys off the field. We can see they're already wavering. They don't really want to be here. I don't blame them. Half of them are dead. They've done basically nothing to my guys. I'm just folding them up. And as you can see on this side of the field, our foot Sam have already routed the Bow Levy garrison they're fighting, and there goes the other set of Bow Levy garrison. And now we're dispatching mounted Naginata, and they're just going to try to run them down, get some free kills, get a bit of combat experience. There's nothing particularly exciting about what they're going to do. It's just going to be flat out slaughter. We might see if we can't get horse cam and running down or something. computer is now attacking. This is obviously going to work really well. They're down to 88. So they're just taking a lot of hits. 85, 83. And there's a counter charge from our levy, and that's basically going to finish that. Not a whole lot to see there. Now these guys... here we go, Horseman Cam. Let's see if we can't watch some guys getting run down, just for entertainment's sake. Yep. There goes the guys, all getting chopped. And they've dispatched a Nanganada Levy garrison to fight my cavalry, which is rather strange considering they really don't have enough troops to hold the line as it is. So, just all in basically. I'm rushing all my units in. Nagi Levy doing the fighting. Get a charge off. Chop everyone. Let's get some of the fights going. As you can see, the blood splatter on the screen. There's, jeez, he's taking a beating. Lots of guys getting cut down, and they're shattered. And that's basically the battle. Now, I don't usually play with the blood pack on because it's a little bit excessive, but just for a bit of fun, I figured I'd show it to you. Let me know if you want me to leave it on or take it off. I find it a lot easier to see the fights that are going on with the blood pack off. The choreography on the fights are usually quite good, and the blood tends to get in the way a little bit, especially when you zoom in close. Anyway, another glorious victory for Tomomori, and thank you for watching, everyone.